Oh boy. Okay, everybody. 1 second here. And we have to go over to YouTube so I can pop out the chat. In the meantime, I'll go ahead and do the introductions. Yo, what is good, everybody? It is the Godfather of VR, the ageless wonder. The man Lincoln Clay, coming back with a live stream of Zero Caliber. And let's get this chat popped out. Microsoft Edge, YouTube, boo 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 boo, YouTube boo 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 boo. Your channel. Pop out chat. Set the chat over here. And pin it. Okay, that's perfect. So, as I said before, we are playing Zero Caliber. Recently, there was a beta started for player versus player. Now, this game released November 9th, 2018. And when I played this game, my thoughts at the time were, I thought the game looked good. The two problems I had with the game was something about this game made me a little bit sick. I don't know what it was. Even though this game was running 90 frames per second, because at the time I was playing it on the Oculus Rift CV1. And so the motion sickness that I had to deal with, that was a little bit of an issue. And then actually playing it on the CV1. Now, at the time, the Oculus Rift CV1 was the best value for the money. It was still selling for $350 because it was being discontinued. And even though I felt at the time the Oculus Rift CV1 and the HTC Vive was probably going to give you your best visuals, it was still blurry. It just wasn't as blurry as the PlayStation VR. So that was the two issues I had with the game: the motion sickness and the blur. And the blur had nothing to do with the devs. It was just a headset that I was using at the time. And over the past couple of years, they have made some visual improvements, as well as, I believe, some stability improvements. And now here I am looking at this game through the Oculus Quest 2. And because of the clarity of the Oculus Quest 2 and how smoothly I'm moving around this lobby, it feels like a totally new game. So the game itself, Radio Rut, let's hear your opinion. Yeah, well, assuming we can find a match, we'll see. But I will say that when I played this game a couple of years ago, I felt it was a good game, but the only thing it was missing was the multiplayer. So this is long overdue. New audio settings are now available. If you can't hear any game audio, please check your audio input. Blah, blah, blah. New map, night shift. All right. New audio settings. So this is where you go for the multiplayer sessions. And unfortunately, it says no dedicated servers to join. So I don't know what's going on with that. You can still play multiplayer, the co-op with bots. So I'll at least do one of those. But as far as the PvP beta goes, you can still get in. The way to get in is to go to the Steam page. That's the easiest way to do it as far as I'm concerned. Go to the Steam page and there will be links directing you to their... first you register. There's a link for their registration page and you register. And then there's also a link to join their Discord. You have to join their Discord because that's where they're going to tell you how to get in. So you join their Discord and then they will have a couple of codes for you to put in. And then that will download the player versus player add-on and then go from there. So regions, this is what you got to choose from. North America and Europe. Filter, you could choose co-op, team, deathmatch, duel, siege. And there doesn't seem to be anything available for any of these. I don't know why I can't. So PvP is not available for the main game yet. This is closed beta right now. But I'll say this. I guess the feedback that they got on the PvP was so overwhelmingly positive that they decided to extend the PvP beta through the holidays when it was only supposed to be 3 days. So if you bought the game through Steam, you can still get in on the beta. That is one of the advantages of buying a game through Steam. So unfortunately, what do we got here? Because I don't think I launched anything. Said, interesting that there was a good response. Well, I mean, for what they got planned for this game, when it all gets worked out, I can't see how it would be a bad experience, being that it's supposed to be cross-play with PlayStation VR along with dedicated servers. So that's going to be huge for the life of this game, because I think because of the success and the rise of the Oculus Quest. Wait a minute. Looked like the game blacked out on me. We might have to fire this up again. So what do we got here? I don't know what that was all about, but let's just do a co-op. Looking at that Hummer right there, I think that looks pretty good. The Hummers look pretty good. One of the first VR games I purchased over a year ago. Never finished the single player. I didn't either. I was never interested in this game for the single player. I was interested in it for the multiplayer. And when I bought the game, I was unaware that there was no player versus player.
To reach the purification plant, you'll cut through the suburb first. It's a low prio area for the Taloki invasion. Should be a cakewalk. Make it fast and stay out of trouble.
Acknowledged. Move out and stay low.
Now, one of the things that makes this game slick is that you can put right there, that you can pop stuff right onto the gun right then and there. That's one of the things that makes this thing pretty slick. And I think the scope, this game in Pavlov probably has the best implementation of scopes. Oh, I already had a couple of guns on me on my hip right there. But oh well. So yeah, when I bought this game, it was only co-op. There was no player versus player. And that was a little bit disappointing because with first-person shooters, the player versus player is what everybody wants. You know, it doesn't matter whether it's flat screen or VR. So I think because of that, I think Contractors had ended up being my favorite game for a while until I started digging into Onward a little bit. But now I'm at a point where if any of these games have player versus player, this game, Pavlov, Contractors, Onward, I would put in some significant time on all of them. Now, the one first person shooter game in VR that I think ended up being a huge disappointment is Special Forces in Infinity War or something like that. The graphics on that game was actually amazing. As far as first-person shooter games goes in VRs, it might have had the best graphics that I've seen. But this game on the Steam page had boasted about being the most realistic first-person shooter game out there. And then you get out there, and it feels arcadish. And then some of the characters, like, you have a woman running around in a cat suit with makeup on her face. And then they had add-ons where, they got women running around in bikinis, So I'm like, okay, is this supposed to be a first-person shooter, or is this shit supposed to be Dead or Alive? So after that, I never really went back to it. All right, let's move forward. Oh, it probably would help if I had a clip. So this is useless. I don't know where I was getting hit from. Oh my God, I thought that was... I took a hit. I was gonna see if I could drink something for my health. Nope. So we got to regroup here. Yeah, the problem with VR multiplayer shooter is there are too many of them, and the player base is split, and there's usually no players. Pop One onward contractors have taken them all. You know what? I don't think it's so much that it's about, like, in the case of Pop One onward and contractors. The reason why they've taken the player base is because of the Oculus Quest, not because of the games themselves. But I actually think that having a lot of first-person shooter games in VR is good and bad. It's bad because it thins out the player base on a lot of those games. But at the same time, I think it's good because it gives us variety and a lot of games to choose from. And in the case of this game, I felt like it's a good game, but I didn't come back to it because it didn't have player versus player. I'm not a co-op guy, especially when it comes to first-person shooters. I'm competitive, so I want to go against live competition to test my skills against live competition. So that being said, again, the player versus player on this game is long overdue. I shouldn't have came. See, I had a shotgun, so I came in close and did some dumb shit. So, oh shit. I gotta get a gun. Cause I don't have a rifle. Where are these shots coming from? I'm out of bullets, so I'm screwed. Do I have a knife? Anything? Oh. We'll put that there. Because I needed a gun in the worst way. Pistol grip. A pistol grip pump.
Years ago, these pools were filled with drinking water. Today, a whole family can survive off this much for years. Guess we never value things in abundance.
I don't think you've got time to philosophize. Just stick with shooting psychos.
So I will say that looking through here, pick that back up. Okay. Before I move on any further, looking at the graphics, like some of the trees in the distance, it almost looks like some of the trees have some aliasing, but I just know that's because, you know, I'm in the distance, and when I move closer to those trees, that aliasing will, you know, disappear. There is some pop-ins, and that's just the way it is on these VR games. This is some pop-ins. It's just the way it is. So I'll say playing this game through the Oculus Quest 2 through QuestLink. You know, I'm running at 80. I have it set at 80 frames per second with a resolution of like 1748, and I think that's pretty good. So you have no made me take another look at this game. That is feeling sad from me not playing it. No, I have to say that, like, I did a stream on this game a couple of years ago, And I didn't think it was a bad game, but for the simple fact that it didn't have player versus player, I left it alone. I didn't come back to it. I was playing other games, Onward, Contractors, Pavlov. And now that this game has player versus player on dedicated servers, but a lot of these, I think, like, I don't know, surprisingly, a lot of these games, these first-person shooter games in VR, a lot of them run pretty good. So I guess that's something I'm used to. So with this game running on a dedicated server, it's definitely going to run good. And then with them making this game crossplay on the PlayStation VR, I guess they couldn't make the Move controllers work. I mean, not the Move controllers, the aim controller, but I guess you're going to use the Move controllers. And because of that, I might come back and buy this game on PlayStation VR to support the devs and to give me another avenue to play this game, because my son comes over every Saturday and he takes over the PC, and this would give us an option to be able to play together with him being on the PC, and then I can take the PlayStation VR, because we did that before. I did a stream like that before where we played Space Junkies together, where he was on the PC and I was on PlayStation VR, and we were able to play together because of the crossplay. So yeah, this game coming to PlayStation VR, that will definitely keep this game alive. Dedicated servers, because this is definitely running smoothly. Because it's not running skittish whatsoever. It is running, like, as the saying goes, it's running buttery smooth. Oh my God, he got popped. You know what? I'll take his gun, because his gun had a scope on it. Damn, where the hell do I get some more ammo? Oh shit! Another game where I'm out of ammo. Oh, there we go. Let's go. Ha 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 ha! Piece of shit. Oh shit. Asshole! Now that glass should have broke. Ham, what's good? My UK wingman, my UK brother from another mother, my UK partner in crime. What's up?
Beautiful bomb and blew them up. That explosion. Were you in the purification plant? Yes, water, clean, pure, precious. I have information that means life or death for the OSA, for the whole world. But if I tell you now, you would think I'm crazy. I'm not crazy. I'm in some kind of a suburb. Gotta go. There's a vehicle approaching. Dahlia, you heard that?
Loud and clear. Whatever that was. Contacting the general as we speak.
Nice and clear through the Quest 2. Nice and clear. And like I said, I got the resolution set at 1748, running at 80 hertz, 80 hertz or 80 frames per second. And I almost don't really see a need to change it because it's running smooth and I can see everything clearly. You know, if I go with the recommended settings, I could bump the resolution up to 1848 or even take it all the way up to 1928 or 1948. But it would probably compromise the performance a little bit. So I think right here, I feel like I got a pretty good balance of performance and resolution. So I'm really good with this. Haha, we're playing this last night on co-op, hoping to try PvP later on if you're still on. I'm off all week, Ham, so I'm good to go because shortly after this, you know, I'm going to do a podcast, you know, on the Godfather of VR channel because there's a lot to talk about, you know. Talk about the stimulus proposal and what I plan to do with that money. Because I definitely have a roadmap for 2021. It works really well with the B Haptic Vest, too. You know what? I saw that you put that video out, but I need to go back and check that out. The thing about watching people with using the haptic vest is I see the video and I want one, but it would be part of a list of a lot of things that I want that cost a lot of money because the one thing that I definitely want that's going to cost a lot of money is that yaw motion simulator. I would love that for my racing sims. You know, I wanted it so bad that I almost wanted to contact Cass and Cherry and ask them if I can have theirs. What the hell? Come on. Come on out. You know you want this smoke. My whole team damn near dead. Well, 1 second. Let's go. Damn, there's a lot of dudes. So many VR accessories you can get now. Yeah, you're right, Ham. I definitely want to have my son try this. What the f- Oh, there's somebody up inside that roof. Where's that shit coming? Oh, you motherfucker. No! No! Ah! Let's go back to the lobby. So, unfortunately, I was not able to get in a player versus player match. No servers to join. Team deathmatch, nothing. Deathmatch, duel, siege. So, have you checked out the armory in this game? With the money you earn from missions, you can make some sick setups. The custom weapon mods are very good in this game. Yeah, I know they are, but see, the thing about it was, as I was explaining to Radio Runt, back when this game first came out and I was playing this game, I thought it was a good game. And I like how you can walk up to a table and grab a scope and just pop it right on the gun right then and there. So I thought it was a good game, but the problem was no player versus player. And that was basically the deal breaker. And because of that, I had not come back to this game. So it was, over the last couple of years, it was Pavlov, Contractors, Onward, playing those games. And even Firewall on the PlayStation VR, because God knows I played a lot of that. But now that player versus player is here, the ability to walk up to a table and just pop an accessory on your gun, a silencer, a scope, or something like that on the fly, that's what's going to separate this game from the other VR shooters. Whereas other VR shooters, you have your traditional loadouts that you have to do before the match starts. When I saw this armory, I was like, holy shit. See, anybody who want to shoot up a post office, this is a dream. For anybody who wants to shoot up a post office, this is a dream. Look at all this. Look at all this weaponry right here. So the first time I played this game, I went around in here. I think you will have to apply to be private beta if you haven't already. I thought I did. Because what I ended up doing on the Steam page is like you go to the Discord and then you have the player versus player beta info, and then it tells you go to your library, right click the library, go to properties. From there you go to betas, and then you put in PvP closed beta or whatever it is, and then you put in a code. And when I did that, it started downloading, the player versus player beta. So unless there was something that I missed, I assumed that I should be able to play. Ham, were you able to play the player versus player? Were you able to play player versus player on this yet? Because according to the Steam page, the feedback they got on the player versus player was so overwhelmingly positive that they decided to extend it through the holidays. Let's go in the dressing room. This is what my character looks like. Achievements coming soon. So I think my son might have already played all these missions where the skulls are at, because I know my son was playing this game for a second because he really liked it. And he definitely liked the scopes, because I think this game and Pavlov probably have the best implementation of scopes. Oh, I didn't know those guys were up there. Andre 6K, what is good? Moving forward, on my streams, I will put it in the title whether the chat will be enabled or not, because I feel bad when I do these streams and then I go to close the stream down and then I go back and double check and see how many people were leaving comments and I didn't respond to them because I couldn't see them because I didn't have the chat enabled. So, like, moving forward, whenever I'm playing games on PC, I think I can have the oh, you got to go ham? All right. We'll definitely catch up later on today. We got to play something today. Whether it's this game, whether it's Star Wars, Automobilista 2, whatever, we got to do something today. So I guess whenever I play games on the Quest, long story short, I don't have the chat inside the headset. I haven't figured all that out yet. The only game that I can play on the Quest and still see the chat is Real VR Fishing, because they have a feature that allows you to play YouTube inside the headset, so I can pop the chat out that way. But other than that, most Quest games, no, I won't be able to see the chat. But if I'm playing something on PC, I can pop the chat out and I can see it. Yesterday when I played Assetto Corsa multiplayer, I had the chat popped out and it worked pretty good. So the racing sims were my biggest concerns as far as popping chats out, because the first time I tried it, it ran super janky. But now that I'm doing this 2 PC setup, it seems to be fine. So moving forward, pretty much any PC VR game, any game that I'm playing on PC, I can pop the chat out. So I'll be able to respond to everybody. So just a little FYI. So also, I'm starting to get a little bit hungry. So I think I need to grab a bite to eat and then get ready for the Godfather of VR, because I have to get dressed up for that podcast, because I take on the role of a mob boss who loves VR. So I got to get dressed up for the Godfather of VR. Make sure you tune in. Make sure you sub to that channel, the Godfather of VR. The thumbnail, you'll see a picture of me wearing a vest and tie and a mob boss hat, fedora, whatever it is. And you'll see a white tiger in a cage in the background. So sub to that channel. And I'm going to do a podcast on here shortly. And amongst the things that I want to talk about is, like I said, the big thing that I want to talk about is the stimulus package and what I plan to do with the money. Also, when I want to talk about a little bit of the Medal of Honor aftermath, I want to talk about the PSVR 2, this Kentucky Fried Council. I don't understand what the hell this thing is. I guess there's some kind of council that allows you to play video games and keep your chicken warm at the same time. I don't understand this. But we'll talk about that and a couple of other things. So I've got some notes written down of things that I plan to talk about. Lots and lots and lots of stuff to talk about. So tune into that. And I'll be going live on there shortly. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and hang this up. And I'll come back and take a look at this later on the day. Hopefully I can find a player versus player match. I don't know what's going on with this where I can't find one. There's no dedicated servers available to join. Or let me see if it lets me create one. Well, I guess I could. So I guess it lets you start one. What the hell is this? Oh, shield. What the hell is this? So this is 5v5. Oh, this must be your spawn point. So you got to capture that base. I wonder if they have to try to capture ours. So this is a player versus player that are playing with bots, I believe. Woo! You see the way his weapon flew right out of his hand? So we got to try to capture their base. I think I am going to like this. Oh, they got guns to protect the base. Oh hell, they got guns that these automatic guns will shoot at your ass. Oh, I'm gonna like this. So you spawn from here. Oh, so that was a quick look at the player versus player trying to capture that base. Even though I was in there with a bunch of bots, I'm going to like this. I am going to like this. So I'll come back. I'll definitely come back and stream this later on the day. And if I have to, I'll just do what I did right there. I'll host a room, and even if it means I have to play with a bunch of bots, then I'll go ahead and try it. You know, just so you guys can see what it looks like. But I'm absolutely starving. I got to grab a bite to eat. So I'm going to get going. Grab a bite to eat and get ready for the Godfather of VR. That being said, let me get under the light so I can give you guys the Wakanda Forever. Long live the king. Deuces. Andre 6K, catch you later. Ham, catch you later. Deuces. Radio Run, thanks for tuning in. I appreciate it, everybody. Catch you all later.